affirmative team, you can start now.
Hi everyone, I'm the affirmative team, and today I moved that the decline in the increase in the divorce rate is written of the decline in the perception of marriage. Perception of marriage. Well, in this case, I'm not very clear about the perception of marriage because it can either be people want to not to get married because of the increase in the divorce rate, or people are afraid in getting in a relationship, or maybe increasing wanting to get divorced because they're afraid. For example, the perception is they don't want to get married, so that means they be more careful in getting into a relationship and result in getting married at an older age. And this can result in people getting more focused in work and improve their living standards, because getting married at a young age is very troublesome. We're a lot of very young and don't earn a lot of money, so there can be a lot of conflicts between the couple. And that's my case. Like the decline, the increasing divorce rate, the reason the decline in sexual marriage. Thank you.
Now, when the affirmative team has finished their case, Ringers, would you like to start with your rebuttal, or you want to spend 1.5 minutes?
Okay, I'm gonna start my review. You always said about the reason the marriage that lead to divorce. You never mentioned your affirmative point. I think the key words is that the decline, the perception of marriage. You only explain the perception of marriage, but never mention the decline. So, what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to debate for? You say that young people are afraid of getting married because they may get into perils a lot, and because they are young. Then okay, I get it. This may cause to the divorce faster than older, but those young people's own way result in a decline in the perception of marriage. Do you think age is the key here in the marriage, that the marriage can be lasting or not lasting? And you say that young people should be more careful. Do you think more careful or love that decide the marriage lasting or not? Yes.
So now the negative team, you guys can start your case now. State your case.
So hello, we are the negative side of this topic. So in my opinion, in our opinion, the rising of the divorces rate is not influence the decline of the deception of marriage for these following reasons. First one is that divorce, although nowadays it is rising, it does not do anything with people's opinion about marriage, love, and family life. For example, marriage is now still a legal bond of two people, and it means the eternal life. They bond with each other until the end of their life, and Another reason is that the role of two people in the marriage life has not changed. Recently, there has been statistics show that women are responsible for divorces, but actually it's not, because the fault comes from both sides in the marriage, and thirdly, both of the two people must be more responsible, because the divorces doesn't affect their responsibility for young people nowadays, because they are judged by the culture, especially in Vietnam. People who are divorced will be judged by parents and relatives. So they try to be more responsible. More women, although they are independent, but they still care for their family. Men, although they are quite irresponsible, but they still has a best role of the husband in the family. And finally, happiness. The meaning of happiness has not been changed by divorces, because happiness means that a family means that they can assure many daily life needs of the family. The parents still love each other, and the children are taken care of. So that is my point. That is why the rising of divorces doesn't influence the decline of.
Based on this is going to be based on the rebuttal of the team of the negative thing. She said that it doesn't depend on the age. Well, maybe, but in Vietnam, as an example, getting married early is proof that more like 30% of people getting married early divorce. The 30% of divorce is because of people getting married early. So that could impact on, well, that has to do something with the age. Based on the case, so she said that the role hasn't changed, but we're talking about perception of marriage. So it might not be clear whether we're talking about the role of marriage, of people in marriage, as a husband or wife. And she said the woman is responsible for the divorce rate, and I'll say there is no evidence for that. And why not just men, but a woman? And she defined happiness at the end, and I don't think that is relevant to what we're doing here in the case, because we're talking about second marriage.
Affirmative team, yes.
I agree with the idea, because I think it's nowadays young people they get married in an early age, so they don't know the meaning of love and marriage. They just have the baby and just have to get married. Actually, they don't want to take responsible for their family, to have something, and so they decide to get married early. Is it a good decision? Because it's not the right word, and so just my opinion.
Negative team, do you guys want to use the
I want to state our case that the positive divorce is not always bad. There's an innocent, like when they divorce, they may get happier. The perception of marriage is when more people get happy, then it's better. Such as with the children, do you think an unhappy marriage and they will be happier when the parents are separate and divorced? The second point is the personal autonomy. Everybody has the choice to do whatever they want with their life as the self-governed moral being. And the third is the rate of the divorce in industrial developed country is quite higher because they live in free. They have more control over their life in Asians or in the East or in Vietnam. But actually their marriage is not fast like you always think. They may try out years before actually getting married. When in Vietnam, you may don't really know who is the person until you really get married. Like, does she really cook well, or he's a good husband?
No, your case. You have 1.5 minutes to cross-exam with the affirmative team already. Now it's your turn to present your case. We will start the time again, you guys. That's just go for it. Go for your dream, like you said.
Okay, I'm sorry for the stupid mistake. Okay, nobody said anything about young people getting married, but we said about the marriage, not really on special age. We said that maybe adults, they have full control and knowledge about their life, and they still have happy marriage. But then they find out that there's more to life than just marriage. Then they can divorce and find another new guy. They have another child in their life. And other families get divorced doesn't mean that you need to get divorced too. And what do you think? Or decide to get married is not really a good decision because maybe you are at young age and you doesn't get married because of love, because parents force you to, or other reasons. Then why can't you get a second chance on your life? Divorce is not really a bad thing. Life is unpredictable. So just seize your chance, live out your best, and hope for the best. Finally, we want to state that the affirmative team said about 30% of divorce in Vietnam, right? What is the source of that? Because I have looked it up and haven't seen it before. And young people get married early, they don't really know love is. And as I have said again and again, why don't they have a second chance too? Marriage is an important stage of your life. So you decide carefully before you get it, but it's not like when you decide carefully, you don't make mistake. Everybody can make mistake. No one is perfect. So you deserve a chance too. Okay.
So they said that get divorced in their choice. But yes, I'm agree with this. But do you think that many kids will be affected from the divorce? And baby get men on the streets because because their parents are not happy with each other, and this can have many family problems, and their children can have the mental behavior, like they will become violent person, or they will missing father or mother care. So what do you think about when they grow up? They will become what the characteristic person they will become. Please.
To sum it up, I would like to say there's a clash between these two when they say the second speaker said divorce, we have to be responsible when getting married, and the first speaker said divorce is people's choices, so they can do whatever they want. So that is the conflict between what they say. They say one say you have to be responsible, and one say that's your opinion, that's your choice, you have to do whatever you want. And the resources I got from is on the news at 7 p.m. every day, so you can look it up later. And I mean, divorce rate, it actually damaging exceptional marriage of people, especially young people who are in a relationship and wanting to get married in the future.
In conclusion, our team has at some point saying that although the divorce rate is rising, it does not have any impact on the decline of people's perception about marriage. Firstly, because when people get married, it is a choice of two people. They agree to live together forever. But when they divorce, it's also their choice. It's when they have got enough of each other and they think more life together will not help anything with their life. So it is a free choice, a freedom of them to divorce, not to. It is happiness for all.